It is a Tuesday afternoon during late September, and Clay and I are in a redneck blind in a plot we call Big Boom, short for boomerang. We chose hunting out this redneck blind because there's almost no wind this afternoon and really high humidity. We're on the north side of that storm Beta. I wish it was raining here. It's really dry. It's raining about 30, 40 miles south of us, but that humidity's just cooking in this area. No wind and high humidity are perfect conditions for scenting for a dog hunting something and for deer trying to detect predators. So a redneck blind is our best bet. We've got the windows all shut, but the ones we might film or shoot out of, we just have held shut with one latch. And that keeps the glass pressed against that really high quality gasket around the window. That keeps the scent in. It's probably not 100% perfect, but it's certainly really good. We've tagged a lot of deer out of this blind, and I'm excited to hunt here again this afternoon. You can tell how dry it is because the edges of the plots, they look like a road where we've been driving, but that's not the case at all. We don't drive in our plots. They're so brown or no vegetation growing because the hardwood roots, hardwoods have a shallow fibrous root system, are sticking out in the edge of the plot, and they're taking all the moisture out. Those established roots are much more efficient at finding moisture than a brand new seedling from a seed we planted in a plot. So really brown along the edges. One good thing I'll say is that pushes deer a little bit towards the center when they're feeding, may put them in range. The real reason we're here, there's a big white oak about 20 yards right in front of the blind. When I laid out this plot, I purposely left it. It was the only big white oak on this ridge or in this area. And we don't drill right around it. We don't want to fracture or harm those shallow roots we talked about earlier. It's dropping some acorns, and that may be the magic to put a deer within range of the blind.
Yeah, I think that's Hemi.
Yeah, I thought that's a good body. I saw that radish leaf go in from here.
Oh, yeah. Turn this way. He's walking this way a little bit.
A lot of radish leaves between here and there.
Yeah. I mean, if we got more southeast winds, and if we get one that's got a decent wind.
Or southwest, and
Yeah.
we're just on that side.
Yeah.
That may pull Hemi up this way a little bit. .49 in the evening and 100% cloud cover, so it will be dark soon. We've had a good hunt. Saw a nice buck and a younger buck in the back of the plot, probably 120 yards away. Didn't look like they were close in a distance, so I didn't try grunting or anything. It's just not the right time of year, and their posture did not appear very aggressive. We kind of located just by hunting here where they are. Pretty tempted to hang some summits in that back corner. Wait for a strong west-southwest wind where we can approach that area without alerting deer. There's a big bedding area off the hill where they came from, so good chance they're bedding over there. There's probably another week or two of food cover patterns, so we know where they are. At least got a data point of one. May try to adjust, move in for those deer. Thankful we were in this redneck blind because the wind is dead still out there, really high humidity, so scent's just making a cone. And I believe those deer were totally at ease because we're in the blind with the windows up and our scent just wasn't getting to them.
All right.
while Clay's getting ready, I'm gonna kind of walk you through what's happening. Yesterday afternoon, Grant and Clay hunted in this redneck right out in the middle of this food plot we call Big Boom. Saw a nice buck. He came out a little after 6, came in from the south side, came up, fed into the plot, and then kind of just drifted down back towards this eastern end. There were a lot of deer right here on this eastern half of the plot, so we got a good wind, southeast wind, coming in right at this angle, blowing our scent back over this ridge here. So we're going to slip in, we're going to hang a summit stand right along this edge here, and we're going to be back in here hunting this afternoon. Going to try to get an arrow in this buck. We call him Hemi. There's another buck in the area called Kicker 10. It's a nice cool day. Highs are going to be under 70 degrees, so we've got a good wind, cooler temperatures. Deer are definitely feeding in the area. We've got acorns, fall buffalo blend, and a good wind. We're going to boogie, be nice and quiet, slip up this tree, get a summit hung, and then we're going to back out. We'll be back here this afternoon. I think we found the tree. We're going to hang in this red oak. It's bare in the back, so we'll just put the steps right up the back. We'll leave some cover down low. These overhanging limbs, we'll get up, we'll cut a little hole, just a few cuts. Cut some of those limbs out so we can fit the stands in there, and the hunter and the cameraman can be up there. Hunter can draw without hitting limbs or anything like that, but just a few cuts. Okay, well, we've got both stands situated up here. I like this setup a lot. I think it's gonna work out pretty good. We're set up in this narrow spot on the field here. I left quite a bit of cover up front. Since this is a new stand, we're gonna hunt it tonight. I don't want the deer to pop up over the hill and be like, man, there's a big bare spot right here. So I think we've got plenty of cover, good stands. The wind feels perfect right now. If it'll keep that up, I think we got a good shot tagging a buck tonight. That's a wrap. It's 12:20. We're getting out of here. We'll be back in a few hours.
Good wind. It's a really good wind. That one keeps looking down over the hill.
Man, couldn't quite close the distance tonight. Hemi came out right at last light. He was at the far end of the plot. He looked good even though light was low. When conditions get right, we'll be back up here chasing Hemi. I'm gonna call this hunt a success. We got in, we saw the deer we were looking for. We just couldn't get within range. So We're going to be back. Stay tuned.